Keeping up with the sports, though, the sports news, we're going to talk real quick about ex-Phoenix Suns player Amare Stoudamire. A lot of people, if you don't know the situation, Amare Stoudamire was arrested and released. I think it was like either Friday or Saturday. He has two teenage daughters. He allegedly hit one of them in the face 2 times till she started to bleed. She notified her mother and sent her mother pictures. Her mother called the police officers, and that's how they ended up at Amare Stoudamire's house. So we don't. I mean, we're not going to get like too much into the logistics of it and all of that, but I definitely wanted to kind of discuss things that I was seeing like in the comments and stuff and people's kind of opinions on whether or not this is something he should be worried about, or whether or not it's something that he should be even had gotten locked up for. You know what I mean? So starting with Dom, we're gonna ask, what you think about it, because a lot of people, like I said, were saying, if you got his thing was that the girl was being disrespectful to her grandmother on the phone, and he went to say something to her, and she got disrespectful to him, which is what resulted in him hitting her. A lot of people are saying, regardless, a male should never hit his his daughter. He shouldn't do that. And a lot of people were also saying she's too young to be spared that way. Saying that she's still a child and she still needs some form of discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't see that part when that he made her nose bloody. That's
Like she
OD.
was actually bleeding.
Like I seen something and it said like a quote from him. He's like, he told the police that she was being disrespectful and stuff like that, and a liar or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of like, damn, like they arrested him for like, you know what I'm saying? Like I guess it's that debate that people have. Should you hit your kids? This, that, and the other. Like I was kind of thinking of it in that route. Didn't really look deep into it and stuff like that. But if bro
Right.
came over there and like full fist, my man was like 6'11", punched his daughter in her mouth, bro, or her nose.
Yeah, I heard it was like, she says, from what she claims, it was first a closed fist was the first one, and the second one was like a open hand slap. And
That's wow. Like, yeah, I mean, I can't
yes.
think of something this like crazy that she could have done as your daughter to punch her in her mouth or her nose like that and then slap her.
I mean, like people were saying, it could, he obviously didn't get into specifics with those police officers, but he could have came up to her and been like, yo, why were you talking to your grandmother like that? She said, F you, or something like that. You know what I mean? And then,
he still can't punch her in the nose for that.
yeah,
like that.
I'm just, I
That's what I'm
thought we were talking
saying.
about what might have led up to
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Man.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Like even if she said something like that, I'm thinking like, what would make it right to punch her in the nose and smack her in the face like that? You know what I'm saying? I can't think of anything that could make that right. If he can,
Clay, what you think?
Smack is a little different story. Like if he smacked her, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but even in the face, like slapped her open hand, they say this nigga's palm is about the size of somebody's head. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a little, that's wild. I don't know.
to the face of a 17-year-old girl, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna ask too. So she's only 17, because it's the first
Well,
time I'm
that's
hearing
the thing.
about
Good
this.
question. He has two daughters. One is 14 and one is 17. The police have not specified which one it was. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
if they didn't specify, it's probably the 7. Wait, you said 14 to 17? Oh, okay. Yeah. So they can't really.
Yeah,
they can't really
so they
specify.
can't. Yeah, it would have to be up to the mother or him to release that information. Yeah.
So I mean, regardless, even just knowing that bit of information, I mean, I'm kind of still along the lines of, I mean, one, you shouldn't be disrespectful to your parents, but two, it's like making your kids bloody nose.
My thing is, if it was one of us, I would have got slapped when I was a kid. If I, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, word.
Especially if she said some next shit when he went to confront her and was like, "Why'd you say that to your grandma?" She could have said some wild shit, and
Right. So like, and not to say it's right or wrong, but like, we've all been grown up that way, so it's nothing new. You know what I'm saying? I hate when people act like that's something that's like so far fetched, because everybody has their own unique stories of a way our parents could have went to jail. We just don't tell the police. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So like, as far as just that too, I mean, it's a very, it's very unfortunate that he gave her a bloody nose. I feel like if you took that one factor out, I wouldn't really have much to say about it. But the fact that happened, I mean, he's kind of in the wrong for that. He shouldn't have went that far.
Yeah. It's a little, yeah. If she, because that a lot of people were. I mean, I feel like she must have been bleeding because she said so. The police said so. The mom said so.
Yeah.
the funny thing, like when it initially happened, a lot of people in the comments was like, "Who called the police?" Like, you know, why was the police even called? Like, but again, it wasn't even the little girl. She contacted her mom, which is Amare's ex-wife, and she came and picked up her and the rest of the kids, and then called the police. So, interestingly enough, this reminds me of this situation. I think we talked about it on here. It happened probably maybe a year or two ago, or maybe sometime during COVID, I think. When what's her name? Lauryn Hill. Yeah, Lauryn Hill and Bob Marley's son have a daughter, right? I forget which Marley she's with, but they have a daughter. And, she was obviously being disciplined at home, probably just getting like regular beatings and stuff. And she did like a live on Instagram or Snapchat or something where she kind of was like complaining and talking about how her parents are so abusive and stuff like that, and how she gets whippings and stuff. And and Lauryn Hill in retaliation came back on the internet and was like, "Yo, dude, it's just discipline. Like, like what do you expect us to do? We're not gonna allow you to." Especially what Lauryn Hill was saying is like, you're being raised in a situation where both your parents are like, you're privileged. You know what I'm saying? Like, there has to be some level of discipline or some level of like reality for you because you have two legendary rich parents that are like very well respected. You know what I mean? Right. So yeah. So from that aspect, I understand the discipline. Now, if he slapped this girl to the point where she was bleeding, that's a little OD. Maybe she's an easy bleeder. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like definitely that's a little bit crazy. And interestingly also is he today released a statement completely contradicting all of that. Completely saying that he did not put his hand. He says he did never put his hands on his family. He never, especially his daughter, he doesn't put his hands on anyone. And that is completely false. So.
Damn. I mean, that could be.
It was Rohan Marley.
Yeah, it's Rohan, right? It's Rohan, right?
Rohan Marley, the one who used to play soccer, used to be the football player.
Yeah, I knew it was him, or yeah, I knew it was one of the ones that weren't super famous for singing.
And congratulations to her, because she just recently became a grandmother. That's crazy. Time flies.
Who became a grandma? Lauryn Hill?
Lauryn Hill, yeah.
Oh, so the daughter just had a baby?
Yeah, it looked like the daughter had a baby last year.
Because I don't think they have another.
Or 2 years ago. Oh. 2 years ago. So yeah, I had no idea. So shout out to her.
That's interesting. All right, yeah. So we're gonna keep up with this Amare Stoudamire situation.